Colombia, the most welcoming place on earth. Water, earth, fire, and air. So thank you so much for being here with us. Welcome to Colombia. Please follow me. That door to the front. Thank you so much for coming.
Tia, maybe wait up.
What I'll be doing.
And Colombia is Catholic country, so you can find church in the town.
Have you ever seen a Chiva? They're Colombia's traditional buses, and the one you're on right now is magical. Air, water, fire and earth are the four elements that are the essence of life. They are all uniquely expressed in Colombia. I am Earth, and we're here to tell you the story of a country connected to the rhythm of the future. The story of its people and their natural resources. Colombia is a blessed country, crossed from end to end by the imposing Andes mountain range, creating all kinds of climates, ecosystems, and unique landscapes. This is the story of the Western Colombian Andes, mountains of coffee and flowers. But if we talk about climates, we must talk about Medellin, the city of eternal spring where innovation and fashion bloom.
And reggaeton, sheer joy, happiness, and the desire to have a good time also flourish in the city.
This is Omar. Did you know Medellin is the capital of the fourth industrial revolution in Latin America? Here innovation is in the DNA of the people, helping build the future of the country.
Yes, innovation. But did you know that some of the biggest reggaeton stars were born here? It is also the birthplace of famous artist Fernando Botero, of whom you saw a sculpture before you came in today.
The Chiva is yours, Omar.
Parceros, as we call friends around here. Buckle up your imaginary seatbelts. We're going to see some of the most spectacular places in our country. I'm an agronomist, and I'd like you to join us.
We can visit all of these places since they are nearby and well connected. In the coffee cultural landscape, one-of-a-kind natural, economic and cultural elements blend together perfectly. This landscape, which has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the thriving result of hard-working coffee-growing families that have kept a legacy alive for generations. A legacy that embraces technology to continue offering the best possible product.
That way, Colombian coffee culture remains renowned all around the world.
All of these incredible places you see are possible thanks to Colombia's imposing mountain ranges and the various climates that exist at different altitudes, from reservoirs to rivers.
Wax palm valleys, even perpetual snow. Talking through these mountains as we're doing today, I met the woman who stole my heart. Is she here already?
This is your chance. Good luck. Hi, Omar.
This is Estela. She'll be your guide as you discover the history of the Western Colombian Andes. Legendary moors and valleys.
Thank you, Omar. May I?
This region of the Andes that we'll be touring is an example of balance between tradition and progress.
Let's start with Bogota, the country's capital. Art, gastronomy.
In Bogota, I went to university and started my own business. And although I wasn't born in Bogota, I learned to love the city as my own, because it's a place where everyone is welcome. Its streets are brimming with culture and entrepreneurship. The people of Bogota are great hosts for both tourism and business.
You can say the history of these lands is very steep, isn't it, Stella?
Since I was little, I have seen people riding bikes as early as 4 a.m. These are the roads where Nairo Quintana and Lucho Herrera started pedaling their way to glory. And of course, Egan Bernal.
Hey Stella! These mountains surely take us to amazing places where you can rest, enjoy and breathe in local culture, don't they?
You're right there. These are towns where the word luxury translates into hospitality, culture, and peace. Omar, the handcrafts made in these regions are sold all over the world.
Stella, why don't you show them?
Okay, Omar says that I shouldn't let you go without showing you one of his favorite places. An ideal destination for those who seek thrills and excitement.
Earth, I think the time has come. I'm water. And in order to tell you the history of Colombia and its connection to the future, we must visit the Highland Moors.
Let's go!
Across these Andean peaks you'll find glaciers and water springs.
Colombia is definitely a blessed country thanks to mountains like these that breathe life. I'll tell you why in just a moment.
Have you ever seen a chiva? They're Colombia's traditional buses, and the one you're on right now is...
Water and earth brought you here, to the Colombian massive. Ancestral origins. My name is Cachip, which means daughter of water. My parents brought me to this place when I was little, so I would learn that before us there
Is the place where the most important rivers in the country are born. A place that feeds the Cauca, Magdalena, and Amazon basins. It's the heart of some of the most representative indigenous communities in the territory.
There are places in this land where we can find the knowledge of lost ancient cultures, such as Tierra Adentro.
That's right, Katy.
Water, so what is our mission in this Colombia of the future?
That is a great question, Cachipri, to which I have no answer. I am water. I cannot see the future.
I believe that by preserving our past and our culture, we can understand ourselves as part of the future.
I agree with you.
I'm going to show you something on this loop, the one my grandmother taught me to use. I remember the first time I visited the Las Lajas Sanctuary, a place my grandmother took me to as a child to sell our looms. It was the first time I came upon a faith different from mine. I was impressed. Then I visited Popayán to witness the celebration of the Holy Week. It opened my eyes to a world where we all have different beliefs, which we must respect.
Perhaps I know someone who might be able to answer your question. Show us your loom.
Welcome to the Colombian Amazon Orinoco, sacred rainforest and plains. Let us be carried away by the wisdom of nature. But first, you must open your heart to know how to listen to it.
He is Taita Manuel. He's a traditional healer of the Cofan indigenous people, an Amazonian community that keeps its ancestral knowledge and traditions alive, which include healing rituals for both body and soul.
The air has granted us permission to experience the journey of the ancestral Molucca. Look down.
Whoa!
Be inspired by the hearts of our ancestors, the National Park of Chiribiquete.
It's huge.
It's a World Heritage Site, essential to the preservation of the planet's biodiversity and natural ecosystems. It's a true treasure.
It's so beautiful.
The River of Seven Colors is a great example of how water is life. Perhaps our future, indigenous or not, depends on taking care of everything we've been gifted, especially water.
Let's go back to my region. I want to take you to a very special place, Santa Manuel. The perfect place to gaze at the stars is the desert. For hundreds of years, the native peoples learned to follow the stars. We still look at them so we don't forget where we come from. They are our GPS, leading the way to keep alive our ancestral wisdom. My grandparents taught me to look at the sky, but also to look at the earth, at the water, to know who I am.
Maybe that's the answer you were looking for. It's time for me to go, but the journey will continue to Ruben's Gallop.
From here, where the sun sets, all the way to the Mavecure Hills, you'll find only virgin plains, epic sunsets, and an immense variety of flora and fauna. This is the Orinoquia. We, the Llaneros, learn to ride first and walk after. That's the way we are raised up. Here we grew up among the esquires, the biodiversity unlike any other in Colombia. The Llanera culture speaks of cattle, horses, poleo and joropo. But if it's Colombian rhythm music, then follow the air, and you'll happen upon a pleasant surprise.
One of the two best preserved colonial towns in the world. The second one is Cartagena, also in Colombia. Folks, we have one of the biggest jazz festivals in Latin America. We have this music park is located at the north of the country, and it provides Colombia about 11% of the energy. In Colombia, we have two big islands. The first one is San Andres in the Caribbean, and the second one is Barbados.
With rhythms such as vallenato, porro, cumbia, which have been recognized as World Heritage, show the world that we are a land of contrasts.
It is true. As you start heading away from the sea, you will find beautifully quaint little towns in between rivers, marshes, and mountains. Indigenous civilizations, all with a rich cultural heritage.
The Barranquilla Carnival is a colorful celebration in which we get to express all the folklore and diversity of rhythms that make up the greater Colombian region. Just like the Carnival, we are a region filled with joy, color, and diversity. We always have people from all around the world who get to experience firsthand the warmth.
It's impossible not to get caught up in the rhythm of these two regions. Their love of life is You can definitely feel the rhythm of flavor in the air.
You can feel the heat, not only in the weather, but in all the people who live their lives passionately. You should never let that fire inside you go out. I'll see you soon to tell you more.
ഇവിടെ ഇതിനുള്ളിൽ അവിടെ ആ ഭാഗത്തേക്ക് നോക്കിയിട്ട് അതിലല്ലേ ഇഷ്ട എക്സ്ക്യൂസ് മീ Fine.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
From India.
India where?
Kerala.
Kerala where? Trivandrum, Kochi, Malappuram, Thrissur, Kannur,
Calicut.
Calicut. Pleased to have you here, ma'am.
Thanks.
Ninde parents.
You know Malayalam?
No, only that one.
What's your name? That's me. Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What's your name? Pleased to meet you. Have a good time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Recently, Belarus is a prisoner fled to SNAT country. We are one of the top 30 software development countries in the world. You can get acquainted with the latest development of Belarusian scientists, forming by Peter and